Hey everyone, I just wanted to wish you all a happy new year. So today is the 2nd of January 2020, and in case you're looking at this video sometime off into the future, I hope that whatever year it is that you're in is one full of blessings, abundance, love and peace for you as well. So today I wanted to chat to you about space clearing. And give you a couple of tips on, things that you can do to kind of help clear the space. So the first thing is that everything is energy. And as we kind of, every day we kind of have a shower or a bath to kind of clear the dirt or whatever gunk from us to cleanse ourselves. And so the same concept should apply to our own energetic body, but also the energy in the space that you are in, whether it's workplace, whether it's at home or whatever. It's important to at least bear in mind that the energy within the space or the environment can actually become quite stagnant as well. And some of you might feel it, you might come home and you might feel, it's a bit thick in here, or, I don't really feel comfortable in here. It wasn't like it was like a couple of days ago or whatever. And so when that happens, you know that you probably should be clearing your space. And so there's a couple of really easy ways to do it, actually. So you can have sage. So sage like this. This has got a little bit of thyme and rosemary in it as well. So you can burn that, and it's a process called smudging. So at the end of the day, when it comes to energy, everything is based on your intention. So when you light the smudge stick, don't keep it on fire because it'll just go crazy. So blow it out because it's more of the smoke that's going to do it. Have the intention that you're actually going to use that smoke to cleanse and clear the particular space that you're in. Now, with smudging sticks in particular, there are embers that can fall off it. So I wouldn't go around your space, especially if you've got carpet, just kind of waving it around without anything below to catch the embers. Please ensure that you've got a plate or like something which can withstand heat for the embers to actually fall on when you're doing that around the house. I had to learn the hard way. There's a couple of spots of carpet where I've kind of burned through it because of the sage. So just ensure that you do that when you're saging a place. For me personally, I don't actually have a particular method in terms of, you have to start somewhere and then go everywhere else. Just go where you feel like you need to, but just ensure that you actually cover all of the space, like where you want to go. Including, if it feels right, open up your cupboard doors, give it a little bit of waft, and to cleanse it as well. And then obviously with sage though, because it can get pretty smoky, make sure that the place is well ventilated afterwards as well. Unless you actually like the smell of sage, I quite like it. Then yeah, that's all right. And I think, contrary to what people think, if you burn it, it's not necessarily going to set off the fire alarm. I did it at a workplace once and they thought I was setting things on fire, but anyway. So that is one way of actually cleansing the space with sage. Another way is to use like a energy spray. So, I've got this cleansing spray here, which is actually really good for spraying around the space. Again, have the intent that you want to cleanse it, but because the intent's already kind of infused in the spray, you don't really need that either. And in some ways the sprays are better because you're not smoking out of place. So there's no threat of burning something. And some of the sprays will have a scent which is actually different to sage. So this one doesn't actually have that much sage in it. There's more sandalwood. And there's lots of other energetic sprays on the market that can do a similar thing. So just kind of squirt it around, like I'll just squirt some now, just so you can feel it. Whew. So yeah, you can squirt that one around, and that will help clear the space too. Another method is sound. Sound is really, really amazing when it comes to shifting energies. So when I do space clearing, sometimes my shamanic whistle will come out, and the whistle just kind of cuts through the space and cleanses out things. But, you know, if you've got a Tibetan bowl, they're really, really nice to cleanse a space with. Or, you know, I've got a shamanic drum that you can probably see at the back there. You know, again, it's intent. So if you have the intent that the vibrations of the sound go through and permeate and cleanse and clear the space, then that's what happens. So with the bowl, what I tend to do is I actually walk around all the rooms and just, you know, play it until I feel like the space is clear. Sometimes it might take a while, other times it's pretty quick. So again, you know, you just go with how you feel on that, but sound is a really good way to do it as well. If you've got koshi chimes, I've got a little koshi chime. It's like a wind chime but made out of crystals. That sounds really nice. You can also use that. Similar, I've got a flute as well, so you play that flute as you're walking through the place. But, you know, any sort of sound, you can even chant. Even just going om can help. Again, it's all about intent. So as a shamanic practitioner, animal medicine for me is fantastic as well. So I've got this beautiful crow wing that was gifted to me, and you know, crows are fantastic at clearing through things. Like it's like, you know, they see through the darkness and they just kind of clear and protect everything. So with the crow ring, I will go through, and I'm just kind of feeling it as I'm doing it here, go through and cleanse the space like that. So you might be able to feel the energy of this beautiful crow. And then again, it's all intention. So if you resonate with the crow, then you can just ask the crow to come in and help cleanse the space for you as well. So there's a couple of tips when it comes to space clearing. The other thing to be aware of is, even if you do all of those things, and I guarantee if you do those things, the space will feel better. But there are some times where the space feels better but not quite right. And a lot of times that's actually because the guardian of the land or the ancestors of the land are not very happy with, you know, what has been going on. Now, when I talk about what has been going on, it's not necessarily you, okay? It could be previous inhabitants, it could be remnants of the history on what's actually happened to the land. And so in that case, it's important to tune in to the guardians of the land and work with the guardians and the ancestors, the Indigenous elders. And when I talk about Indigenous elders, I don't necessarily mean the living ones. You know, it's the spirit of the ancestors, Indigenous elders who were guardians and protectors of that land, to work with them to clear whatever energy it is in order to actually allow that land's vibration to lift, which in turn will cause a change within your space too. That will probably require a bit more work. So if you're not tuned into that, you know, get the assistance of a shaman or someone else who can actually tune into the land to be able to do a nice clearing for it. For example, I had a space clearing that I did a couple of weeks ago, and when I tuned into the guardian of the land, she wasn't very happy, and it was just because she had said it was because the land just hadn't been respected. And there'd been some things that had gone on there over the years. So it wasn't the current tenant that was causing the upset, but, you know, she was very, very unhappy, and I could really feel her sadness. And so when we cleared that, kind of could feel that sadness lift, and there was a bit of, you know, happiness that had come back into the space. So, you know, that's something to consider. Also, you know, if we think about the earth, we're all on grid lines and ley lines and all that kind of stuff, and then, you know, there might be mobile towers and all other like bad energies which kind of might affect how the land and where you are. So that's something else to take into account. So things like orgonite might help with reducing the electromagnetic frequency of certain things. say if someone's got a smart meter, which is right outside your room or something, you probably want to put something in there to kind of help just shift the energies and allow you to sleep better. But yeah, crystals can help as well. You can place crystals in certain areas of the room and program the crystals to help you to cleanse it. But obviously, certain crystals will need to be cleansed themselves regularly. Other crystals won't have to, like selenite. I think that's it. So yeah, just thought I'd give you a couple of tips on how to clear space, especially because it is the new year, but it's not limited to the new year. So it's like whenever you feel like you need to clear the space, please do so. Like, it's really, really simple. Examples can be when you're just moving into a place, when you're about to move out of a place, because you kind of don't want to leave whatever your energy is in for the next person. You'd want to actually create and have the space there for the new person to come in to create their own energy. If you had a really, really bad fight or argument or something like that, you kind of don't want the remnants of that energy to fester. So you'd want to do a clearing of the space then. Would be a good idea. Same with, if you've got investment properties and all that kind of stuff in between tenants, because you don't know what they've done. And again, you want to actually be able to set the vibration of the space so it invites the new tenant into it as well. And, when you sell your place, or after someone's been really sick in your space too, cleanse it. It's a really, really good idea, because again, you don't want that sickness sort of energy lurking around. So yeah, I'll leave it there, and I hope you have a great day. I'll see you later. Bye.